Hey guys, I hope you're all doing well and welcome to my completed pages video for the month of March. As you can see by the big stack of books right next to me, it's been a very successful coloring month. I did another 50 pages in these 44 books that you see right here, and I really enjoyed this month, so I hope it continues that way. It seems I really found my coloring mojo. So enough babbling for now, let's get right into the pages. So the first book I'm going to show you is by Coloring Book Cafe, Tiny Gardens, and this is such a cute book. And I really like the artwork in here, so I did the This Book Belongs To page that I didn't count as a page actually because it's just an element. I guess you could count that as a page because this is originally the color test page. These are close-ups from all the page, not all the pages, but some of the pages that you find. And it was really nice to have these cute little close-ups here. And then I also did the very first actual page, which are these snails here during a night scene. And as you can see, I changed the way I use the white dots a little. Instead of just dotting them in one direction each, I just picked apart and dotted them all over. And I think it looks a bit more interesting like that, in my opinion. And yeah, it's done all in colored pencils. As you can see, I used a mixture of the Ardex, the Color, and there is also like a rebranding of the Color. Maybe not a rebrand, but Hiforni or Highforni are basically just rebranded Colors. They feel the exact same way and the colors are the same, so yeah. But they're all nice pencils. And that was the first book. Then I worked in Into Gardens by Coco Wyo, and I started working in order in this one, and I did 2 pages. I did this cute little hedgehog with the bubbly forest creature thing right here. And I also did this night scene with the rhino beetle and the little bulb character. Yep, all very nice, done as before with colored pencils. And yeah, these pages turn out so cute and so nice. I really enjoy these books. So that was Into Gardens. Then I did another page in Fluffy Times by Didi Plums, and it's this one. And as you can see, if you watch my videos, then you know the whole pink and a purple color combination is one of my favorites. And on camera, this looks pretty red, but it's actually a magenta. So I stayed in the pinkish theme. And yeah, it's a very cute scene. Very nice. Fluffy Times by Didi Plums. Then we have another Coco Wyo. It's the simple art one, and I try to do multiple pages when I work in it. And I did this little underwater scene here. I did the pearl in gold acrylic paint, and I also used some of my glitter Poscas on the fish, the seaweed, and the coral thingy because I really need to use those up. I want to get another set because the yellow glitter Posca is empty and I don't want to pay almost 7 euros for a single pen, so I'm gonna get another set as soon as I have used these others up. And then I also did the swan here. Very cute scene. I also added the sun and the cloud by myself. I know, I'm so creative. Getting more creative by the minute. And the swan actually has a very light bluish Prismacolor color, but you cannot really see it on camera, can you? Not really. Oh well. And then we have this page, this stone arch, portal, door, gate kind of thing. And again, some Posca glitter here and some very light bluish Prismacolor coloring on the clouds that you can almost not see on camera. But yeah, those were the 3 pages in simple art. And as you can see, I'm really trying to work more in my Coco Wyo because there's another one. It's Spooky Cutie. And I did just the next page in order here. And it's this cute little vampire girl going to buy pumpkins. Considering he has a pumpkin face, is he selling his family? I don't know. Are they related? It seems a little fishy to me. I don't know. But yeah, it's a cute page nonetheless. All colored pencils again with some white acrylic paint for some highlights. And yeah, this book is coming along nicely. I've done quite a few pages by now. So really hope to get more done here in 2025 in Spooky Cutie. And then we have a Jade Summer, Spooky Moments. And I did this page. Oh, this one actually still has some glue on it. Impressive. The other ones are all like just pieces of paper by now. Yeah, again, colored pencils, my favorite color combination of pink and purple. And again, the magenta looks very reddish on camera, but it's, you know, magenta, as I said. And I used the blue Posca glitter pen for the monster, so it's really shiny. Also the little ribbon. My God, it took some time for me to remember this word. As I can see, my English is on point again. But yeah, this is the page. I'm much happier with this page than with the one that I did last time, which was an alcohol marker page. And yeah, I like this one a lot better. So yeah, that was Spooky Moments. Then I also worked in this previously untouched book, Little Cuties by Little Cottage, and I just colored the title page and the color test page. I didn't count them to the 50 pages because they're basically just elements, but I did count this one, the little mushroom house with the anthurium flower behind. And then I did these two cute little critters. The pages in here are really simple, very thick and bold lines, but also very cute, quick finishes. Wait, oh yeah, I also colored some elements with my glitter Poscas because I am on the quest of using them up. So yeah, those were my 2 pages in Little Cuties. Next we have Minimalist Art by Jade Summer. I work in this in order, and for the month of March, the page was this salamander gecko animal on the leaves, and I used all colored pencils except for the very subtle highlights on the leaf, which is an acrylic marker, a brush marker by Ardex, I think it was. And yeah, I like the color combination of the red, yellow salamander and the green of the leaves. I used a bit of an unusual green. I usually don't really use the emerald green color tones. I usually use just the grass green color tones, but I do like how it goes together with the red and yellow from the little gecko. Yeah, so that was that. Next is Dark Beauty by Crook Crook, and I did a bit of a different page, at least in terms of the way I colored the pages in here. And I used a very monochromatic color palette, basically only blue, gray, and yellow for her eyes. And yeah, I think I like how it turned out. I really like the vibrancy of the wings in contrast to her very light bluish hair. And I saw these cracks here, which could also be veins, but I interpreted them as cracks, and I thought to give her a statuesque grayish color tone. So yeah, I really like how the images in here are coming together. I've did quite a bunch now. I say why I flipped to only uncolored pages. Wonderful, that's just how it goes. That was Dark Beauty. And on my quest to finally finish a Morgan O'Brien book, because these are really not thick and they're not complicated. They're basically quickies. So I did another page in a Matchstick Mouse Floral, and I like how it turned out. I tried a bit of a light effect here and there with the candles. I never really looked at the tutorial how to do that because that's just kind of boring, you know. I just want to go right in there and wing it. And even though the result is not as good as that of people who actually do research, you know, people who actually do their homework and not just try to wing it like me. But yeah, I actually, you know, I'm quite happy with it. It's okay. I like it. It's a cute page. Looking forward to working more in this book. Matchstick Mouse. And then we have 50 Ocean Miniatures by Camelia Angelkova, another artist of who I own a lot of books, and I do not work enough in them, but you know, there's only so much time in a day and a month. So I did this one, and I have done a considerable amount of pages in here, at least compared with the other books I have. And yeah, I really hope to finish this one day. I have another page in the back here and there. And I like how it turned out. I started out with alcohol markers, and I no longer really like the look of pure alcohol markers, so I switched to colored pencils. When you watch my completed pages videos, you know that already. And yeah, I like how it turned out. I like the vibrancy. I think those were Ardex. And in my opinion, if I would have to like rank my color pencil sets, Prismacolors would go first, and second would be Ardex. They are not quite as soft as the Prismacolors. No set really is. Never encountered any pencils with the Prismacolor softness, but they are very vibrant. And yeah, I love them. And I like how the page turned out. Gonna toot my horn here a little. It's cute. 50 Ocean Miniatures. And then another artist whose artwork I really admire is Joshua Dunbar. So I decided to do another page in Hello Country Spring. And we have this cute little duck here with the ladybug on each beak. And yeah, I really like the vibrant light colors. I use the very light green for all the leaves. I usually do the leaves darker with more contrast, but I like how it turned out. It gives a very springy feel. And I also held back with the white acrylic paint. I only did some highlights here on the flowers. And yeah, it's all colored pencils. And I'm glad I did another page in here. Another book that I would like to work more in. So yeah. Then I did a bit in Luna, but I did not count that as a page because it's basically just this book belongs to element here. And yeah, I like how it turned out. I like the fuchsias. I did them quite realistically. They do fit my preference for a pink and purple color combination. I did a very light greenish yellow. It doesn't really look greenish on camera, but I think the color name is Chartreuse. Chartreuse, I don't know how to pronounce that correctly, but it's the lightest and most yellowish green color I have in my set of, was it Ardex or Color? I don't know. I think it was Ardex. I'm not sure. Who cares? Okay. Or maybe it was the Hyphorny, the Kaluri brand. Gosh. You know, it has been quite a while since I colored that, so I don't really remember, but I really like Maria Troll's artwork. I think she's one of the artists that just gets better with each book, and I do wish to color more in her books. So I did this one for a start in Luna. Next is Flowers by Gabby Wolf. I try to work in this consistently and in order, and for the month of March, it was this page of flowers, and I did cover some of the empty space here with a gold Posca marker. Again, the quest of using up more of my acrylic paint markers. The Poscas are really superior, but I'm going to talk more about them when I get to my acrylic pages. But yeah, this is a cute little page in Flowers by Gabby Wolf. And then I also colored a bit in the Minimania 1, but I did not count that as a page because it's basically just the elements here and then the cute little froggies over there and then the This Belongs To page. But again, I didn't count that towards the 50 pages. I just thought it's... Oh yeah, I also did the frame here. Again, in my quest to use up my acrylic paint markers. And I am looking forward to finally start an actual page in here because lovely, lovely artwork. And this is, I think there are 6 of the Minimania books out now, so I really need to get to work. Let's get to work. Next book. And then we have Midnight Bloom by Coco Wire. This is an older one. I did post a community, like a status update of one of the pages. So I did the title page here in all colored pencils. And I think that actually was the Color. Or the Hyphorny thingies. Yeah, those weren't the Ardex. And then I did the second page here. I posted a whip of one of the roses. And this is how the whole page turned out. Colored pencils. I did use some white acrylic paint on the orchids and on the, I think it's a peony here. There are no yellow peonies, not sure. In German, you say Pfingstrose, which is basically like, I don't know what that is in English. Why am I even trying? I'm an idiot. I don't know. It's still early in the morning. Forgive me, please. But yeah, I do like the color combination. When I looked at the page, I knew I would do the roses in blue because I did not want to do them in the traditional red. And yeah, I think I like how it turned out. I also gave a gold acrylic paint frame here. And yeah, I have a lot of Coco Wire books and I have a lot of their older ones too. And I really want to work more in them. So yeah, I'm glad I did this page and I like how it turned out. Midnight Bloom. And the next Coco Wyo book is Cozy Spaces. I have done a page in here not that long ago, but a couple of months ago, which was this one. And now in March, I did this one, The Bakery. And yeah, I think I like how it turned out. I really like how vibrant you can get with colored pencils when you really burnish them. I mean, I had worse texture from all the pressure, but yeah. Yeah, I like how it turned out. And this is a very cute book. It's basically the type of images that you find in the cute and cozy Hygge books that are out there, but in a A4 size format. And yeah, it's really cute. Very, very lovely. Want to do more in here, Cozy Spaces. Then we have Succulents by Coco Wyo, another older one, and I again did not count that as a page. It's just basically the title page here, and then this Sempervivum, I think, is the term, or Echeveria. I mostly know the Latin names of these plants, so if you know the English ones and think, what is she talking about? I mostly use the Latin botanical names when I talk about plants. And yeah, I do like the tealish, pinkish color combination. Used some gold for the elements here and some white acrylic paint for the highlights. And I hope to also finish a page in here because this is also very beautiful artwork. And I don't really see a lot of the older Coco Wyo books in people's completed pages videos. So I hope to change that. At least you will see them in mine. So that was Succulents. Then I have this creepy kawaii coloring book by I don't know who. I'm not sure if it's one of the is it one of the Larissa May ones? No, I don't think so. Larissa May has also some of these types of books, but I think this was another publisher. But I did the owl here and I like how it turned out. I usually, not always, but often do like a black frame. But since the background was already black, I would leave it white. So yeah, I like pink clouds. Ever since I started coloring clouds pink, I really have a thing for pink clouds now. I don't know why. I also like the combination with the blue of the owl. And yeah, it was a very nice, quick, simple page. And finally a page done in here. I have a Forever Whip that I started with alcohol markers and some color pencil shading. Why did I stop? Oh yeah, right, because I don't know where that came from, but it's not really motivating and I don't know how to cover it up. But I do hope to work on this page a bit more. And I think I have to correct the lighting. 1 second. Okay, that didn't help a lot. Let's just get to the next book. So next we have the Art Therapy Stained Glass coloring book, and I did a double page in this one, and it looks a little garish, I have to warn you, because I did that all in acrylic paint pen, because as I said, I want to use them up. It's a little bigger than the frame, but yeah. So what I did is I used Posca pens, and that's what I wanted to mention earlier. I still think I have tried so many different brands of acrylic paint pens, acrylic markers, whatever you want to call them. And in my opinion, the Poscas are still the best ones. Not just when it comes to the opacity of the paint, but also usability. Because you usually have to shake and pump them once and then paint flow is immaculate. I usually don't have to pump again and again while I'm coloring to get more paint out, as I have to do with many other brands. And yeah, I will still use up the Posca pens because I'm just not using acrylic paint pens as much anymore. When I was still more drawing myself than coloring, I started a 300-page sketchbook only with Posca pens, but I kind of lost interest in that, and now they're just lying around, and I do have to use them more. I'm not sure. I mean, that was a long time of work. That took a long time. So I don't know if I will go back and actually redraw the black stained glass patterns that have kind of been covered by the acrylic paint. I think it would look even better if it had all the black lines. I might go back in here and do that. But for now, this is the double page. It looks very bright and yeah, a little garish, but I like it, still a little. And the pages in here are a little unusual. It's basically real stained glass windows that have been redrawn. So there's also the location and the name of those in the back. Don't know if I will really work a lot in here. But I mean, the pages are interesting, you know, they're different. And there's some interesting things you can do with them. I mean, this would look great in colored pencils. But yeah, we will see. For now, we have this in 100 designs of stained glass. Then we're getting to the anime pages, and we have a creepy cute obsessive yandere, blah, 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 blah. And I did this page, and I am honestly not very happy with it because it looks very dull. It was a whip. I had done her hair and I think the base of her shirt. And yeah, for some reason, it just doesn't really pop off the page. I think what really draws the viewer's eyes mainly her fringe in red and her blue eyes, and the rest just kind of meh. I don't know. I don't know. But yeah, this looks a lot better. This is way more colorful. Do we have something more in here? I mean, I do like the pages. They're interesting designs. But yeah. There's another one, I think. Yeah, this also looks a lot nicer. And this is just kind of meh. But you know, not every page turns out good. So yeah, let's not dwell on that. That was Creepy Cute Obsessive. Next up, we have Valentine's Day, and it seems I can talk again. So let's talk. What have I done? Oh yeah, that page. She's really cute. I love her braids. I just really like the way these thick braids look. It's just very nice to color, even though I didn't put in like a lot of detail. You cannot really see the contrast, but I went in there with an ochre-like color and then used a highlight yellow and then a mid-tone yellow. But I think it's not very contrasty, you know, at least not on camera. I also don't know if the very yellowish green background color was a good idea. Maybe I should have used something that goes a bit better with the blue, maybe like orange or something. I don't know. I also, because, you know, because the contrast between her hair and the background is not very, very strong. I also used some silver acrylic paint for the heart-shaped ornament in the background and her lacy sleeves here. But yeah, another page done in Valentine's Day. Then I worked again in Handsome Boys. I have a couple of pages done in here, but I only did one this month in March, and it was a pretty simple one. It was this guy, business guy. Could fit right into the movie American Psycho because he looks quite intensely at you. I do like the contrast between his blonde hair and the tealish background, but yeah, there's not much to say about that. It was pretty simple. So yeah, one more page done in here. Oh yeah, and then we have that page. Oh, I love these books. I have 10 or 12 of these types of fantasy anime books by, I think their name was Mindless Coloring. They have unfortunately been removed from Amazon. And I really I like the parts of the image. I do not like what happened to the castle. So I did the dragon and I was pretty happy with it. And then I did the castle, and for some reason I thought that metallic flesh tint by Kalur would be a good base color for the castle, and it was not. And I tried to fix it and fix it again, and then I was at the point where I just had to cover it with acrylic paint to at least save the page. So yeah, just I mean, the dragon is quite nice, and she turned out quite okay as well. There's not really blending in the background, but you know, I mean, the pages look very sketchy and concept artish, and that is what I like so much about this style. It reminds me of these Japanese role-playing game concept arts. And yeah, I think the pages in here are beautiful. I love this type of image. It's just a character in this style with different line variation, bit of grayscale. Yeah, also love this one, all the intricate designs. I really love this book. So yeah, I'm a little bummed out that this first page that I did in here didn't turn out quite as well, but you know, you got to start somewhere. And with 10 or 12 books of this series, I have enough opportunity to redeem myself. So yeah, that was fantasy anime. Then we have Vampire Boys by Erin Zen. What did I actually do? Oh, I did this guy. Yep. I used a lot of blue and a lot of red for this, and also yellow for eyes and background. And yeah, he looks pretty intense. I like his fangs. Whoa. And yeah, these pages are just fun to color. It's just nice to have a collection of pretty guys in color. I say while I'm flipping to only uncolored pages. Again, oh look, there's a colored one. Nice. I have done more than one, right? That was the one I did? Oh yeah. Oh yeah, look, there's another one. Nice. Yeah. Need to work more in this book. Vampire Boys by Erin Zen. Then we have Kawaii Chibi Girls, again by Erin Zen, and I did her, and it's always a bit of a hit or miss with dark skin color. I wanted her skin to be a bit more muted, but I had already used pretty dark colors for her hair, so I was left with, was it burnt ochre? I think. I'm not completely sure, but yeah. However, I do like pink, green, yellow, how it goes together. I'm not sure what this is. Maybe this is like a hairband, you know. AI does funny stuff, you know. So I think this is just like what the stars are like holding her pigtails together, and this is like a hairband. I don't know. I first thought that maybe I should cover it with brown and only have the stars visible, but then I thought, you know, it's actually a nice contrast here with her hoodie and that whatever it is on her head. But yeah, except for the very, very vibrant skin color, I like how it turned out. She looks cute. So that was Kawaii Chibi Girls. Then we have Chibi Kawaii Cat Boys. And I did this cute little guy. Oh, he's crying. I don't know why. Don't you want to comfort him? He looks so cute. Yeah, pink and tealish. Teal? Yeah. Looks a bit darker on camera than it actually is. There is a bit more contrast between the lighter part here and the shadows, but you know, camera lighting, gotta take what you get. Oh, okay, kind of did that the other way around. So yeah, this is also a book that I work a bit more in, and I hope to have this completed somewhere in the next 5 years. I don't know, I'm so slow. But yeah, a cute little page here. Kawaii. Chibi Kawaii Cat Boys. Then we have Chibi Kawaii Cat Girls. And I did her building a little sand castle. Oh my god, she looks so cute. She's so cute. I like the vibrant green hair. And yeah, with these anime images, you can get really creative. I also did her like yellow pink eyes, a bit gold acrylic for her little hair clip thingy. Yeah, I like how it turned out, I would say. It's pretty cute. So one more page done in here. Then we have Boys Edition by Erin Zen, and I did this guy. Yep, I would say I like the color combination. Really like how everything goes together. It really makes the page pop. And yeah, nothing much more to say about that. I didn't go overboard with the white acrylic paint highlights this time, which is, I guess, a nice change for once. So his eyes look a little grayish, but they're actually blue. I used the same blue that I used on his jacket, but you can't really see it. But oh well. Oh yeah, and some gold. Was it the golden super golden marker? I think it was that one, yeah. So yeah, another page done in here. And we have Halloween Boys, again, Erin Zen, and I did this cute little guy, and I used a very limited and a rather dark color palette. I knew that I wanted to make his cloak black, so I used a couple of gray tones, and yeah, looks pretty cute. I really love these anime pages. They're so much fun, and you can take a lot of freedom with them. So yeah, that was Halloween Boys edition. Then we're getting to the Hachette Heroes books. First, I'm going to show you all the Disney ones and then the non-Disney ones. Oh, there's some acrylic paint here. Oh well. so let's look. First, we have Esmeralda. Very pretty, all with colored pencils. These are single-sided, so you could use alcohol marker, but the paper, in my opinion, is not very good for alcohol marker because I tried with the Hachette Pages alcohol markers in the Moana dedicated coloring book and it didn't look very well. So I prefer to use colored pencils in here if I don't have the nerve and the patience to use acrylic paint. And then I did Merida. Really need to rewatch Brave at some point because she's a great character. I love her independence and strength and her hair. And then we have Baby Hercules. Very cute. Yep, again all colored pencils, and I really like how this book is coming along. I have done a couple of pages in here by now. Yep. Portraits. Then we have princesses. And I did, oh yeah, right. I did Pocahontas. I like how she turned out. All colored pencils, very nice. I think it was the Ardex. It looks pretty smooth, so I think it was Ardex. And I really like how these pages look when you just have two finished ones next to each other. Very nice. I don't really want the pigment to transfer over, so I'm going to put this piece of paper in here for now. So that was Princesses. Then next is Girl Power, and I did Melody. This is Ariel's and Eric's daughter. I did not watch the sequel, so I have not seen her in action, but I have seen images of her, and she's pretty cute. Still have this back here. Let's get rid of it. Yeah, all colored pencils, as you can see by the incredible wax blue. But yeah, another page done in Girl Power. And then we have Saison. And the page I did in here is this one of Bolt. I actually haven't seen the movie, but I do like the nature background. And the blue is a bit of a different blue. I think it's called Peacock Blue that I used. And the darkest indigo blue. And yeah, it's a bit of an autumn-ish, going into autumn green. Whatever that means, don't ask me. But yeah, I like how it turned out. Saison. And then I did my first page in Princesse et Héros, Princess and Heroes. And I used acrylic paint again. And I have to admit, it looks the best. It's just true, because when the lines and the numbers are covered up, there's a bit of a glare. Let me make that so. It looks like a complete artwork, a complete painting, and it still takes a lot longer than with colored pencils, because sometimes you have to do multiple layers, sometimes you have to cover up where you went where you weren't supposed to go, and yeah. But I have found a way for me to work better with the brushes. I basically use a brush that has longer, how should I put this? It just has longer brushes and it's a bit more flexible and I can work with it better. So I think you might be seeing more acrylic paint finishes in these books again. But for now I did Nick and I really like how he turned out in Princesse et Héros. And then, because I really like foxes, I worked in this one, 100 New Coloriage Mystère. And this also has these the points are reliés. So basically joining these points. And I did, oh, it doesn't even fit in frame. Let me try if I can change the camera so you can see the whole picture. So I would say this is better. So you can see the whole double page, again, done in acrylic paint with a brush. And yeah, I really like how it turned out. It just looks like a painting, you know, an actual paint by number image. And I'm glad I did this with acrylic paint and not colored pencils because, yeah, you can't see any of the lines and numbers. I'm pretty happy with that. It did take a long time, but not as long as I expected. I think I did it in one morning before I went to work, which is about 6 to 7 hours of work that I put in there. But yeah, I do like the result. And I'm going to change the camera again. So see ya in a minute. All right, I hope the camera is back to normal and we can see well enough what I have here. So I did the orchid, and again, this is done in acrylic paint. I did not use a brush to apply the paint here. I'm going to show you what I used. So I used one of these nail art applicators. So apparently, as you can see, I have no nails, so I don't engage in that. But apparently you use these to pick up little stickers that you put on the nails or something. I'm not sure, but this was like a nail art accessory on Amazon. And what I do is I dip it in the paint and then I just apply the paint like that. You can be way more precise. This is basically an intermediate tool, a mixture between, I guess you can see it as a mixture between a brush and a acrylic paint pen, because this works like a paint point, you know, and it does get a little more textured, so it's not as smooth as if you would use a brush or acrylic paint marker. But the thing is, because you are applying more paint, you don't have to do second layers. You're basically applying a thicker paint because the paint collects around that little dot here, and you just have to apply it like that. And maybe use the bigger one and move in circles. And I think that's a very interesting way to to apply acrylic paint. But I do like the result, because I don't think I would have managed to put on all these smaller and more precise parts of the image with a brush, and it wouldn't have turned out that opaque with acrylic paint pens. So yeah, I think it was a nice compromise, I guess, and I like how the image turned out. So that was Tropique. And then I did my first image in mangas, and I really like the color combination in this one. I really like the blue and pink. And yeah, that is her. I don't know if she's like some fantasy character with the brooch here and the cape, but I really like the soft pink and the blue tones. And I have done this with a mixture of a brush and the nail art tool that I just showed you. Yeah, and I do like how it turned out. And I like the images in here, and I hope to work more in here. And I think I found a good way to work with acrylic paint again, even in more detailed images. I would love to do this landscape one here. And yeah, looking forward to working more in here. Mangas. Then we have Japon, which is Japan. And I did work with colored pencils again in this here, except for the white blossoms. Ooh, I bumped the camera there. Careful. Yeah, I do like how it turned out. Would I do it with acrylic paint in hindsight, now that I have figured out this whole nail art tool application thingy? Maybe. Maybe not, because it's really about, for me it's still more about the process than the result, and sometimes I just want to use colored pencils no matter the image. And yeah, I like how it turned out. Isn't this like the third fox this month? I have done 3 foxes. Okay, first it was Nick, then the one in the double page with the acrylic paint, and now this one. I guess foxes are now some of my favorite animals. I always liked them, to be honest. So that was Japon. And then I did some of those Coloriage Magique pages. So I did, is it Cinderella? It's Cinderella. And in hindsight, maybe I should have just to define the actual lines more. Maybe I should have gone over them with a black acrylic paint pen. I know one day I will just take my books and will dedicate a couple of hours just to go over some of the old pages that I've done to just increase their quality a little. Because now I think it would be nice to have just thicker lines where the actual line art is. But oh well, we can always do that, right? Coloriage Magique. And then in this one, I did the next page in order, and it was this one from Monster Inc., which is, by the way, another movie I have not seen. It's pretty old by now, so maybe I should just watch it at some point. But I have been watching so much YouTube lately. Movies are really on the back burner. And yeah, another page done in here. And then we have the Colortronic. And I did. Oh, yeah, I did this one in that case, which is this still life of a flower vase. Nothing too special or groundbreaking, but yeah, at least it's another page done. If I keep working consistently in these books, then I will finish them this year by the end of the year, like October, November or something. So yeah, I hope to do that. Colortronic. Same goes for Colortronic Animals. Also hope to finish these books this year. And it's the moose. Is it a moose? Yeah, I think it's a moose. What else could it be, right? It's a moose. Aren't the antlers of a moose big? No, it can't be nothing else. It must be a moose. I've never seen one because I don't live in America. I mean, I have never seen a real one. I have seen mooses on images or in YouTube videos when they attack people, which is kind of funny. Unless you are the person, but yeah. You can see it's the end of the video. I'm getting all babbly. But yeah, another page done in here. And oh my god, we have arrived at the final book. It's the Color by Colors Autumn. And I do hope to finish this next month. Let's do it like that. I did the pumpkins, and I did the leaf, and I have 3 more to go. Oh my god, yes, and then it's done. And then I can start with the Color by Color Spring and wait until I have finished that one. Because yeah, I do, you probably realized if you watch my completed pages videos that I have pretty much reduced my color by number images, except for the Disney ones, to quite a bare minimum. Because yeah, just, sometimes people change during their coloring journey, which is why it's a journey. And yeah, I do like the development, but I also want to keep coloring in my color by number books. I did destash a couple of those, of which I knew that I no longer really prioritized them, which was like a handful or something, maybe like 8 to 10 books, which is really not a lot because my coloring book collection is huge. But yeah, I did get more picky now. And before I babble even more, I will just say thank you so much for watching. I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day. I'm really looking forward to seeing all of your pages. And if you are coloring and do not have a YouTube channel, please consider because I just love seeing other people's pages, but I hate Instagram. So I only use YouTube. And yeah, if you like coloring, join the community. It's really a lot of fun and it's really easy to film a video. If I can do it, you can do it. Be sure of that. So yeah, thanks so much for watching and maybe see you in the next one. Bye.